me show you the definition of real rapping. And I ain't talking about the booth, I mean the brown package. Cause if we off with the man that's full of burning rage, I'll make the younger be the star, no burning cave. You get rolled.
Yo, it's your boy HUN Tizzy and we're back again. This is the Golden Era UK Rap Podcast. Yeah, we're back with another big episode. Can I get a round of applause? Make sure that the energy's right, you get me? Like, hope you lot are enjoying the series, what we're doing, you get me? Like, short and sweet, just break it down, intro, yeah? The reason why this podcast started is because 2003/2004 is when Channel U started, yeah? Before that, we was on a clashing with the phones, yeah? Bluetooth, you know them ones, like, and all that, and you know what I'm saying? DVD. Radio, but we didn't really get to see the people that we were listening to, you know them ones, kind of, you know, like character building and all that shit. So 2004 also is when I started spitting, and a lot of other people, maybe possibly you lots even was before, but that's the era where I believe a lot of shit started popping off and music was just good for a lot of us that came up, you get me? The younger lot, the older lot, they might beg to differ, but for us, this is the golden era. 2005, YouTube, a birth of, like, you get to see people now, you know them ones, like, the build up was good, you get me? So now we're here, so I decided to do this podcast and get the people. Also, another thing that I like to do is elect a new person that you lot should be watching now or should have seen or whatever to the Wall of Fame. And this week is Squingy, you get me? Like, USG. So big up, Squingy, USG. There you go, brother. Also, big up Consume London. Big up No Invite. And big up GCP. Yeah, with that being said, let's get into what we came here to do. You know them ones, like, so like, out of all the people that I've got, I know that the bar has to keep on raising. Do you know what I'm saying? But everyone has a role, everyone has a place, everyone done something in that era. So you have a right to be here. But this is one for people that, you know them ones, I want to show like how we evolved. How we did other things in the music. You know them ones, it wasn't just like rapping on the blocks. So these people that, to me, are perfect for this assignment. So without further ado, I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Yes. MEGA, Mind Elevation Gains Admiration, one half of that. Elusive SAS, Street Source Salute, more than what you call a group. Be in here.
Okay.
I'm Mayhem, making all you haters envy more. SAS, otherwise known as EUROGANG.
Legendary. Legendary shit. And you lot's kind of like just went straight into it. You just went straight into it.
I like the way they broke down their names.
Yeah. Acronyms and all that shit, yeah? But check this. I don't think I've ever heard you lots do that. See, like on the tracks, you see, like how you just broke it down, like
Couple tunes, but not that.
I've never
not that
like
many. Not that many.
Let me break it down for you now. You see, the next question that I ask you is the name meaning.
What SAS meant?
What SAS meant, but like Mega, Mayhem.
Okay.
Like, let's just break down the whole thing.
There's
people that I don't know that.
Yeah, so they're acronyms, innit? So that's what they mean. Street Source Salute always been Street Source Salute since we dropped the album in 05.
But before,
that's the thing.
Before it was it originated strictly about stacking.
When we was out in
Shaolin in Staten Island, New York. We went over there, we moved over there for high school. Then it changed to man over there started calling us straight across seas in the project.
Okay.
And then
but why was it SAS?
It just, I don't know, something synonymous with, we felt like, all right, SAS is like the most elite fighting force in the world, even though they're British.
Okay,
So more than the Marines, more than the Navy and all that. So that's why we took that moniker and then we just had to figure out what it stood for.
So you see what I'm saying? See these things, now it makes sense. So the name SAS, you came up with that when you went to America?
Yeah, when we was younger.
Okay. So I've seen you lots on other podcasts breaking it down, your path and journey, But like, I know you didn't go to America with the dreams of being rappers.
Kind of a little bit. Yeah. When we was young, we was always like, I used to do like little things in school, like talent show, like I used to rap, but I used to spit like mixed of other people's bars that I would listen to with my own and then do that. You know what I'm saying? So I always been into it, but not on a professional level, just on a level of just like, just being part of what man did, innit?
Okay, so what year was this when you first originally went to America?
98.
1998.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was the golden era.
Yeah.
It's like a year.
See,
Biggie died a year before.
That's their golden era. But
their
for
golden
us,
era, yeah.
we're still a part of it because that's what I grew up on.
Yeah.
And that's what we probably was trying to emulate.
Yeah.
That kind of level of music. You know them ones, innit?
Did you not have family out there?
No, not in the state we was in.
Not really.
Not in New York, no.
No, okay. So you just, when you went to live out there at such a
We had a brethren from Brixton who played basketball as well that went out there a year prior. So when he come back, we seen him and his glows all different and all that. And then, he's telling us, it's like this, it's like that. So he sold us the dream and we bought into it.
And so you was
But just to go there, like...
Yeah, because he was playing ball as
He was
well.
playing
He's from
ball. And that was the
Brixton.
goal. That back in the day, if you're playing basketball and you get to a certain level, the goal is to go to an American high school. From there, go to a D1 school or junior college, then a D1 school, and then try and get into the NBA.
So you lots went through the Joe White.
Yeah,
Joe
exactly.
White,
Innit? Like,
Yeah.
all the other
London-
basketballers that have been on
London
the big
Phil-
him up.
London
They,
Phils.
they have to big him up and all
Yeah.
that. Like,
No, it's Homerton.
It's Homerton,
but London Phils used to train at sometimes.
Yeah. Man from all over.
The last man that was on the show that was speaking about him, he said he was coming from Tottenham.
Yeah.
He said he was travelling from Tottenham
Yeah.
way down to go on.
People was
to
coming
this.
from all sides.
And,
People was
and
coming
this guy
from-
was like
yeah.
a father figure. But I remember hearing about him back in the days. I wasn't into basketball, but I used to always hear of he was like a father figure, or he was like a strong kind of person. You know what I'm saying?
Big, tall. I don't know. Joe was like what, 6'8"?
Yeah.
6'9"?
No messing around and all
He
that.
changed
like-
a lot of people's
like-
lives. I mean, we wouldn't have been in NY if it wasn't for him, really.
No, if it wasn't. for him,
So you lots up
proper
on a
tutelage,
basketball dream and stuff like that, innit?
Yeah.
I was all right. I wasn't like his level. Like he was crazy with it. But I was like playing for under 17s for like London Towers.
Who's the older?
Who's
Me.
older? Yeah.
A year and 2
Nah.
months.
Yeah.
Nah, fam. What are you talking about? Nah,
never did that?
nah, fam.
Do you know what? For me, they
You've
don't
always
have-
been the older brother.
they-
To me,
it.
yeah, bro.
I don't feel like you have an age difference.
Is it? It's
That's
because
why-
it's only a year and 2 months. That's not really much.
I questioned
Yeah,
whether you was real
yeah, yeah.
brothers
Yeah.
when I first heard that. Like, oh, they're brothers, but they're stepbrothers. Or,
Yeah.
You know
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what leads to all the
You look like
questions
you're
that
the
I've
same
always
age.
had, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So-
But it's pretty much a year and 2 months. Not really much.
Yeah, that's not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's same age, isn't it?
So-
Yeah.
See, 90. Okay, yeah, you said that you was already like emulating, you was like doing the Biggie stuff and stuff. innit?
Yeah. Well, I mean that was around the time
was
like,
the-
he
innit?
passed there like a year before. Yeah,
In
so that
96,
was Bad Boy
97,
era
that,
really
innit?
influenced us a lot.
But you lot was teenagers
But before
when
that,
you
before
moved.
that, what really
Yeah, we're
got man?
teenagers. Yeah,
What really
early teens.
What really got man rapping though was Helter Skelter and Boot Camp Click
Yeah,
and them lot,
OGC,
like OGC, and them lot.
OGC, Smith and
Because
Wesson,
the way they put
Buckshot.
metaphors together and that is what made man think, no, I've got to be ill in that type of way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
before the Bad Boy era and all that, it was more like that type of.
When you were going to America, what was that? You was young teens. What was Mumsy saying?
So I don't know how we convinced her, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
I think I was so good at basketball at that time.
Yeah.
I was playing
You
for
got Joe to speak.
London Towers in
London
in the
Towers, I
beginning.
heard that, yeah.
Then I started playing for Brixton because I was in Brixton a lot, and I was playing for the men's team. Then it kind of makes sense that I think I sold her on the idea like, oh, I'll go high school over there, and I'm going to get a scholarship to get to college anyway, so I'll save you money on paying for my college education. I think that's how we sold it to her. But in the meantime, in the back of my mind, I knew me and him was going to do more than
Going to
no,
America.
I knew we was going to do something big,
Yeah.
whether it's basketball, whatever it may be.
Was you sponsored?
No, we were supposed to stay with a foster family.
Oh, imagine that. Okay.
But the guy that was over there a year before, our brother Kevin,
Yeah.
he'd I think got kicked out of there because he was bringing girls back and smoking and like, you know what I mean, things like that nature. So what we ended up doing was the three of us got an apartment together.
Dang.
And then
Oh, he came back out the next year as well.
Yeah. So it was 5 minutes from the school as well, walking. You had a big Pathmark there, cinema there, like complex Wendy's and all them things.
And where
there
was
and that.
this?
This is 5 minutes away from our school
No, but
in
what-
New
what-
York, in Staten Island.
Staten Island.
Yeah,
New
What's
York.
that like? That's like
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang
Yeah,
and that.
Wu-Tang, yeah. No one really else come out from there, really, other than them.
Yeah.
Like Giorgio Pellegrino, remember that Italian rapper?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
come
come
from
out
name.
from
I
there,
can't
yeah.
remember too much.
But
stuff.
if you're watching the series now, I can't remember what network it's on, but it'll give you an idea of kind of like,
It's on Hulu.
because it's the Forgotten Borough.
Yeah.
yeah,
it's
where is it? Is
different.
it the end?
So you come into Manhattan, downtown, all the way downtown past the meatpacking district
And you gotta take
to
a
the
ferry.
bottom. So you know how it goes 10, 20th Street, 30th Street. You go right down to the bottom. You take a ferry across, and it's Staten Island. So it's separated by water.
Do you know when I think
half
of
an hour
that?
water ride.
Do you know what I think of? The Warriors.
Oh yeah. That was in the Bronx,
The
though.
Warriors,
That was in
and
the
they just got
Bronx,
to travel.
We was in Coney Island.
Okay,
Coney Island,
that's
that's
what
what
it
it was.
is.
Yeah,
That's
They
what it
got
was,
to
yeah.
travel and they go to the last stop on the train.
There's a
Yeah.
bridge that separates it as well, but more time people that ain't driving will take the ferry for half an
Okay.
hour, a little ferry trip. And then that's where you see the Statue of Liberty on the way across.
Yeah, that's mad.
So it's the forgotten borough. So you know what it's like when places,
Forgotten, basically.
man, think it's sweet over there or whatever.
And they're the
No,
one.
they're
They're
not
the
part of New
people that
York.
act up the
Probably
most
worse.
because they
Probably
feel like
the
they got
worst.
something to
It
prove.
was so
You notice that?
sad.
Even most areas, everywhere.
got something to prove.
Yeah.
Far Rockaway's like that as well, in Queens. So like those places on the edges, upstate New York's like that. Them
Yeah.
places that people forget
Yeah.
about, and that they turn up different over there.
Differently.
Yeah, there's some guys that I've seen, like, and they're usually from them kind. It's usually at the end,
On smoke.
right at the end.
Places that remind me of Staten Island, like there, Far Rockaway, Lower East Side, those type of places, they move different.
Yeah, different.
And
But
that's
they
where you
don't
lots of
really,
just land
they ain't got the
straight
names
away.
like them other areas and all that. So,
They're eager
they
to
feel
get
like
rep.
they
Eager
got,
to get rep. Yeah.
they got a point to prove.
So you see, when you landed there, yeah, obviously you're doing the basketball thing, but like you're gonna get influenced.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying, innit?
Yeah.
So what would you say was your influences? Like
Oh,
obviously,
what? Musically?
yeah, you already probably had.
I
You know
would
what I'm
say
saying?
musically, it would have to be.
Them times.
Them times around '99. I'll say the biggest influence would have been probably like Major Figures. I would say. What do you think? Like Major Figures and
I would say D Block.
D Block.
Yeah, D actually.
No, not
yeah,
even.
no,
You want the D
LOX,
Block there.
LOX,
LOX,
yeah.
LOX.
Rough Riders,
Yeah,
Rockefeller,
And then
yeah,
like Major
yeah.
Figures.
Major Figures,
And then the set.
and then Cam SDE times when he was on Sony.
Yeah.
And he
When
was
there was on like
just
Stretch
forming
Armstrong. There was on like Stretch
so
Armstrong.
all of this
and
shit
that.
is going
so
on
when she was a
Hearing
just
live
met-
freestyles, you're just immersed in it. Like you just.
But
you're
you
just
lots are
hearing it.
there. We're watching it.
Yeah.
99. Was we watching it on DVDs? Yeah.
All right, it was
how was we getting our fix of that?
I'll tell you when we landed
We
the
was getting
tunes
CDs
You
and
want
stuff.
TV raps?
when we landed
Yeah,
the
yeah,
tunes
yeah.
we was
Rap
getting
by Freddie
the
and
tunes
them,
we was
like that.
getting that was popping off over there was Money Cash Hoes and
Money
what's that Drew Hill thing called Rush
Tell
Hour
me
from the
what
Rush
you
Hour
want
Oh, yeah,
me.
from the Rush Hour soundtrack. Them two tunes was ringing off. I just remember on the radio when we landed
we
there,
still
so
had
that give you
our
a
fix.
perspective on the
Yeah,
timeline.
timeline,
Yeah.
You lots are there.
And can I
just-
get up? What? For love, my nigga. Remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Ja
I popped
Rule.
off, yeah.
When they first come,
First come and that, innit?
yeah.
What's her name? The girl, Mary.
And murder, the one with it where Jay's like, have
Emil.
leaking on your
Emil.
patio.
That's it.
We had the caddy block. You know when there's three, DMX, Jay Z, and Ja.
Ja.
When they're in the group.
Where
They're
Jaws
around that
first
time.
pops up, that's
Okay,
when we
right.
must have
Sometimes
landed
you're
around there.
thinking, these man think they're Tupac. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah. That's what I think it was as well, because they all would have been like on a bandana thing,
Bandana,
like the kind of
top
same
off,
image in
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rough Riders was on that heavy, yeah.
Yeah, because 98, that's when DMX had
Come
them,
shut down
he
the
done
game.
them 2 albums.
Yeah.
And just
Flesh on
killed
My
the.
Flesh.
So we was there when the second album dropped.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just killed the whole game with that, fam. Word
Yeah.
for word. Like, if you put it on.
Yeah.
It's one of them ones, like bare classic tracks and stuff and that, innit?
Man.
So I can see the kind of influences. So that's. You was rapping already, innit?
Yeah, but not rapping like going studio, just on the street corner.
And you had the names that you had then.
Yeah, the names, yeah. The names
And
was always the
SAS.
names. Yeah, SAS, yeah.
Okay, so
yeah,
you lot's
from
always
Ireland.
had plans of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, innit?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and being there is obviously
Yeah.
gonna like. So okay, so how does it start then? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
As far as rapping goes, or
yeah, how's it? You know,
I'm more playing basketball 3 hours a day, 6 days a week. I have got to go in there on Saturdays as well. He's got more time to be creative and whatnot. So I'm just hearing about him going off in his lunch period.
Oh yeah,
He's going off,
spitting
he's
bars.
great. So he took flight already.
Yeah, flight school.
I had to catch up afterwards. Yeah, I had to catch up afterwards. I think he had a battle with someone outside of the school. Just made the person look crazy.
So
or
he's got
something.
bare bars now.
Yeah, he's going
Yeah,
in. Yeah,
bars.
See, obviously you're in America, right? Yeah. So I know that's like a smack. It's
Yeah.
like it just feels like, you know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
like a smack rapper kind of.
Yeah.
So it's people on the corner probably in it, like battling
school,
in it.
Yeah, school,
School,
lunchrooms,
innit, like-
man on the table, like it was like that.
Oh.
Even one of the guys I used to battle, one of my nemesis, he's he's doing big shit. He produces for Young MA. He produced for Wyclef,
Okay.
bare people. Like
Yeah.
he's popping. He's a singer / songwriter. But yeah, he's produced something off of some new shit that we got coming out now. So
Yeah.
the man that we went to school with, they're doing their thing.
They're
Some
doing
of
their
them as
thing,
well.
yeah.
There's a lot of
That's
people.
them,
Raekwon's little brother Don, that's our guy. He's in my Spanish
Big up
class.
Kof Black. That's the
Okay.
guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm saying these stories don't get told though.
see what I'm
Man
saying?
don't know this shit.
They all went to our school before we went there, like
Yeah.
Ray and Ghost.
Yeah, Meth went to our school
Oh,
as well. Meth went
shit.
to our same high school, yeah.
Fam, that's what I'm saying, fam. We're in the UK.
New Dorp.
New Dorp in Staten Island.
Yeah.
Fam, we're just in the UK, like, when realistically, everything that, like, if you want to do music, you're better off just being born in America, fam. Because it just feels
Now,
like...
not anymore.
changed.
Not anymore.
Not
Back
anymore,
back in
but
the day,
then.
yeah. Back in the day,
It
yeah.
just felt
not
like-
anymore.
These lot caught a
Yeah,
time.
because they'll kill me.
They
Sorry.
caught a time.
They'll kill me.
Nah, it's
You
changed
know what I'm
now.
saying?
It's changed now.
Now, yeah,
Generally,
now it's
it really
now.
has
They
changed.
want to be like us.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone gets their time. It goes like that. It goes around.
Yeah, but
I
why
knew
do we
once
have to wait so long?
No, but even back then, they wasn't exposed to it though.
Exactly.
Because even down south wasn't popping like that when we was there. Yeah.
Yeah, they
They
had
a couple.
They didn't have their time.
They had
yet.
like No Limit or whatever. They were doing their thing, but they didn't have so many different. Cash Money, exactly. Cash Money was popping when we got there. Like Bling Bling, everything dropped. Then when they really got mainstream, when they got the big deal, the $30 million deal through Universal, through Dino. Shout out Dino. Dino, that's our guy that got him that deal. Calm stunt. But yeah, so like things changed. So like, and then it eventually went to the south. Like, because I remember when, because Luda came out around the time we was out there, and that was like 2000. Remember around that time, and he was like the first Def Jam South artist, I think, after Scarface. Remember?
Yeah.
So there wasn't really, they didn't even have him on like
Jay did
majors.
the
It's
UGK
like,
thing with
yeah,
the Big Pimp.
yeah.
That's
So
what
kinda-
kind of crossed it over.
yeah. So
Jay
things-
did a remix of
On the thing, yeah,
Sorry to
that
cut you
track's
off.
hard.
The heart remix. Remember?
yeah,
With Juvenile
yeah,
came
with
out.
Juvenile, yeah.
So that's when the stuff.
It's like
was kinda coming
transitioning,
in.
you know what I mean?
You can see it,
Before,
innit? They already
it was
know
fully,
these
it was
things
fully
before,
NY after LA was killing it, because obviously Snoop growing up, it was killing it.
Yeah.
Dog Pound,
Dog
Tupac,
Pound, yeah.
you name it. That's West Coast was running it, so it kind of went around like that, and I think it just goes around. And then look, the biggest rapper in America is Drake. He's not American, he's Canadian. That's when I knew, like, from time it went there, I was like, oh, the trajectory is only going to shift. It's only but so long before it comes to London, to come to the UK.
Yeah.
I
Now
knew
we're
that.
reaping the benefits of it. You know them ones of
And
like
then the irony
studying the
is he's
game.
the guy who kind of like helped bring in the UK in a lot
because
of
he's
ways.
not from America, so it
Yeah,
makes
so
sense
he's like,
now that we
like
he's-
come through, you know what I mean? The floodgates are open.
Yeah, let's bring some other people
Yeah.
through, innit? Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So when the second time, so when you, how old was you when you went, sorry?
We was like
16.
17 and 16 around that age.
16.
Yeah.
And then you came back when?
Came back
2019.
2019 around that age.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2021. 20, no, we only 21. Yeah, I think we
What
did
was your
21.
reason for coming back?
Plethora. It's plethora.
few
We got
reasons.
we got into trouble over there. Like,
What they call it, like hoop dreams or something. innit?
nah, that's been over. I stopped playing after the first year.
Yeah.
I finished thingy. I made a decision to stop playing because if I would have went to junior college and that, he would have to go back to England.
Okay.
By that time, we was just into the rapping. And
Yeah,
already
into the rapping. We're in America.
so we
fam.
took off with that, but then got into the streets
Brother ting, man.
in between time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'll be in the
court
film. fam.
charges and whatnot.
Can you talk about it a bit?
Hoop
Yeah,
dreams distracted by crack
we
fiends.
got active. So
Bro, tell about it, then adapted to the rap scene. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
So we was while we was doing the music thing and all that, you just got to get assimilated. Our names was ringing bells so much that it's America, bro. Like, man are ripping levers off man's backs and all them type of things. So if your name's gonna ring bells like that, you better be able to protect what you got and say you are who you are. Or if you want to be out there like that, or hide in the house. And there's two of us, so I think it makes it different. Like, someone to go out there on their own might have been a bit daunting. Of
course.
I'll face everyone on my own. Well, I've got my brother watching my back. We don't.
Of course. And it's that age as well.
Yeah, we're not.
fiery-
We're
Yeah,
not.
that kind of-
but you don't, like, you don't really, like, even
yeah.
if it's near death situation,
You might
it's
not.
just kinda
You're
like,
not thinking.
so you're thinking I'll come back in a sequel, you know what I'm saying?
like a respawn thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Isn't it? Nah.
Yeah, so where we want to be out there more and got more comfortable, in the beginning it's like, oh yeah, right, but when everyone's talking their name, you see what I'm saying? Nah, man, they're gonna want to start testing you and all that type of stuff. So we just got.
Gang? Did you have
just
a
got a
gang?
bit.
What's that?
Was you affiliated with a gang? Or did you have your own gang?
Well,
Or was it just...
Those are, no.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
did you have friends out there, or was it just you?
No. It was us two in the beginning, and then we had friends, but then we got real friends.
That's what, yeah.
And then we got more comfortable, so then more shit started happening.
Yeah.
And it kind of happened, we told it in other interviews, like someone broke into our apartment and stole our clothes.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And we're from the, like, we're going clubs like late 90s.
Yeah.
So you know what era we come
Yeah.
from. You know what
yeah,
Hackney niggas was doing and all, like Blitz, Iceberg, everything.
Yeah.
Ava Rexes and all that. So all we had was designer shit. We didn't have nothing. Yeah, that's from England.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all we had.
It's a different time.
Castor Bajaks and all them ones
knows.
and all that.
Like man was
pieces.
dressing more grown at the young teens than man dressed now.
Because we couldn't get in the,
big
we were
men.
too young to get in the
Because
club.
it was a different lifestyle. It was a different lifestyle. Yeah. Sun City, all them kind of raves there.
You needed
the
to look
Equinox,
party.
you know what I mean? Like, it was different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man needed to dress older to get into the clubs because man was underage to get into the clubs.
That's how they would check it back in the day.
Yeah. So bare nuff blazers, Patrick Cox loafers and all that.
Patrick Cox,
someone R&B's, the Russell and Bromleys, Bally's, all that.
So man's whole collection got done in, right? And then we find out later on it was the security guard that worked there who had the master key for all the. Do you see why Americans mad?
It's insidious.
So perfect. You summed that up perfectly. So, but yeah, we were curious. So,
Of course.
man, start walking around in our shit and all that. Like, man's walking around.
What's that like?
Coming to
America.
Man's got a toothbrush.
Hey, brother. We said it. So
Man's
many
got new
interviews.
shit.
So many interviews, bro. Like for real, it happened though. So we just had to stop. Yeah, we
Just had to just move mad.
Yeah,
that's it.
Just move
And then
mad.
from that on, it just spiraled out of control.
Nah,
No,
because he dipped as soon as he took the things.
he found
when
out
we
we
came
was
back,
coming.
he kind of just vanished. Like, so he was gone. Like, we never saw him again. Other than when we said, "Oh, make sure you keep an eye on." When we left, we're telling the guy keep an eye on the thing. The guy who's done the thing, doing the thing. So it's mad. It's just like crazy.
Nasty.
That's
That's nasty.
it's nasty
So,
shit.
yeah.
Nasty work.
Nasty.
So when did you get into it with people? What happened?
Oh, so
I seen someone at school who had a Huey, Dewey and Louie sweater, like a one that I knew they didn't have over there because they had certain ones. Come on, they had certain ones in London that they didn't have in America. Yeah. So it was like, all right, cool. I know it must be that. It must be mine.
It's the iceberg.
So I'm like, you know what? Like, cool. I know it's mine. I don't care. Like how you got it. Like, I just want to know how you got it. I don't want it back, but just let me know. And my man wasn't coming with the information. So I just drummed him out, popped his chain, and then they pulled me in the back, and then it was like, "Oh, is that too much?"
No.
Okay, I thought you tapped me. So then I was like, you know what? Then it was like, "Oh, you gotta give it back at school, or you're gonna get better." So I was like, "Oh, you know what? I just gave it back, whatever." But then since then, people kind of knew, these man don't mind, innit? Yeah. So since then it was a bit different, and then we didn't really see no one pop up with the bits or anything since then or whatever. But then our name started ringing like, these man, they're on staff. Do you know what I mean? You go around there, and so that's when it kind of begun. But then it got kind of deeper when you got into the team.
I got into a situation where I got shot in another completely other situation.
What happened?
Just talking too much around the wrong person.
Okay.
Like someone did something that I didn't like with him. Where he had to get into an altercation with someone else. I was thinking, wait, why did he go when you could have gone? Like, so which one I see him? But I said around the wrong person. That person's told them they're just waiting, ready, ambush time. So I've turned the corner, seen them. I'm with one guy. I can't turn around. Nah, they've seen me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I went forward and he's trying shit. Me and him start fighting. I start getting better with him and they start shooting.
That's what happened.
Broad daylight as well.
Huh?
Where did you shoot?
I got hit like on the sides, like near my hip.
Yeah.
So it was like a deep graze.
Yeah.
Just took a chunk out of me, basically.
Yeah, shit. And then what happened after that?
Someone else got shot in the situation as well. So one of them was on the floor as well.
Okay.
So I breathe out, call my brethren, go back rolling through, looking for him and whatnot and everything like that. Come back home later on. Can't go to hospital and that, so kind of just threw some, not bandage but like tissue type thing and just like sellotaped over it and all that and hoped I didn't get infection or gunpowder poisoning. But it turned kind of weird afterwards, so I did end up going to hospital a week later. But the police didn't come now that time. My brethren's mum took me.
Okay, so it was.
That was cool. But after that, it's like it's got to them levels now. You see what I'm saying? And even before, it kind of got to them levels anyway, but not to the point where it's like, nah, serious.
Like
Stand out being British as well.
Yeah. But so it didn't do enough damage to me where I thought, oh, this is crazy. Let me change my life and move back to London and whatnot. So it just kind of just made me angrier.
Yeah.
At that point.
Okay.
So that's when you came back.
Yeah. So after that, it was on.
Yeah.
But then someone out there, an older nigga that was out there, had seen me do my stuff and was like, I like the way you moved in that situation. Like, you was outnumbered, your brethren disappeared and whatever, you still did your stuff, whatever. So I'm gonna squash it with them, man, because it's pointless.
It's like a pointless thing, innit?
Yeah, so I ended up seeing him at a barber's. I'm that time was at a party, but I ended up seeing him at the barber's and he goes, they're having a barbecue over there right now, I'll take you over there right now. But it's just Stapleton Projects, where Ghost Race is from.
Yeah.
So he's taking me over there. As I'm walking over there, hop out his car, I see two chicks from my school, and they was like, "Oh my god, London boys." Was he like, "Oh, sir," I could hear him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think, what am I even walking into? I come into the court. It's like a courtyard, buildings all down. You see lights all down the bottom. They're all in the back. All of them there. All of them, and they will come up to me one by one and. It's love, it's nothing. Plus, I've got brethren from my school that live in those projects that are coming up to me and whatnot and everything like that. So then after that, man, just kind of like
squashed
the thing and then kind of spiraled out of
Just-
control after there because
yeah.
everyone became friends and all that. And there was one time Park Hill and Stapleton were kind of cool.
Yeah, okay.
So everyone was kind of united at that point. At that point.
Brought a unity for
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So that's when you came back. When did you come back?
Come back to England?
Yeah.
Nah, we're still getting into shit. Like
Still getting
now
into
we're
shit.
getting into like now we're in the projects every day.
So when did the music? You see, like when did you start? You know what I'm saying? You've dropped
Along the way, so look, so
Along
what
the-
we're doing is we're doing music, but in the meantime, we're not kids, but we're
Yeah, you're
young
doing
and we
the-
want to hang out.
Yeah.
And
So-
we're living in America now, so we're out there for now like a year and a
Bro,
half. We're
you
starting
know
to
what I
get
feel
comfortable.
like? Music, yeah. Them times, you need to have some road action as well.
I think more now though.
Or now you can
You don't
just
think
put
more
now
now?
you can put your
Anyone can
Instagram.
say-
You think so?
Anyone can say what they want and put a value on.
Oh
and
yeah,
put
I
their-
didn't think about the baddie aspect.
And film
I didn't
their
think about that part.
Instagram
Yeah.
and like
I didn't really
film a
think about
room
that
of
part,
like
yeah.
man them just moving
Yeah,
mad and then
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like whoa shit like these guys are scary
Yeah.
but maybe they might not actually be.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
innit?
yeah, yeah, of
Whereas
course.
then it's like I don't even want to listen to your music, bro,
Yeah.
because I ain't heard nothing about what you.
Yeah, no, over there, it's serious. Like they count fights from. Yeah, you remember when I beat you up when we was 4 years
Yeah, yeah,
old?
so
they count. Everything counts.
4 years old.
Bro, everything counts.
That can go against your music.
So imagine you
Can
having
hinder your
a,
thing.
Man,
imagine you're having a
sparking
fight.
for your
Imagine you're having a fight with a man in primary school, like early
yeah,
primary
man,
school
take your
days and all
milk.
like that. Man's counting that, like,
Yeah, yeah.
like I got one over me. Remember
Yeah.
that time, like, so
It's so
there's a
petty.
scoreboard. Everyone's
so-
counting. No, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
So
yeah.
petty.
So yeah, over there. But what I liked about over there, once you put in a certain amount of work, man, just leave you alone
Yeah, you've passed.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
to a certain
It's
degree.
everywhere, isn't it?
To a certain degree,
To a certain degree,
unless
yeah.
you got something they want, then it's different.
Yeah.
Then it's hunger. It's
You
family.
get a couple of
When
the
that gets,
monsters
it's
that
different.
come out.
But
like,
man ain't just
late
gonna try and
stages.
stick it on you just to try and pull your card
Yeah,
because they know it can get to a certain
the
activity.
hunger comes from new
Yeah,
generations.
yeah.
That don't know that you was like on
Yeah,
monster shit,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
now
yeah,
you're
yeah.
See the
calm.
money, like,
Yeah.
I don't care what he did back
Oh,
then.
Yeah.
look, I'm gonna tell you man a story, right? So this youth just come home from where over there? When I'm in Stapleton. She used to come home. I don't know him. His name's Boulderhead. Yeah.
What?
His name's Boulderhead.
Boulderhead.
Yeah. But he's a funny guy and he's here and I'm the rapper on the block, whatever. So every time he sees me, he wants me to kick a verse for him. Mad cool. So I got along with him straight away.
Yeah.
But I'm not knowing it because he's always joking and clowning about and that. So he's in the dice game. Man robbed the dice game. But they live in the same project, bro. It doesn't even make sense. They robbed the dice game. I actually stick it up, bro. Bro,
Stuck it up.
see the next day, he's popping up at yards. He knows man being, yeah.
Because he was
And
playing
someone
the
I know
game
as
with
well.
them.
Yeah,
He was playing the game with them.
Yeah,
but
he's
stuck
playing
it-
dice. They're
yeah,
playing
like
dice.
and what
This is
losing.
man, you're playing dice for man in your own estate with and all that, yeah. A man's robbed the dice game, lives in the same projects, bro.
Yeah, but
So
see
now
you
it's just
later,
cat and
innit?
mouse. Bro, this guy's popped. They told me he's popped up at the yard that we all be at. Like, you just open the door, he's pulled out 2 hammers and then swung the guy to the left. Like, where's my man? Is he in there? Looked in the house like to see if he's in there and all that. See the next guy that looked like the guy that was thingy fired at him and all that. But this guy was just a minute with me for the last couple of weeks since he's been on was just joking that you cannot underestimate anyone over there, bro.
Yeah.
Because over there, they see
Yeah.
the difference
I think
between over
it's-
there and here is, I feel like man over here will more wear their crimes on their faces. You could kind of tell.
Yeah. I get what
Man
you're
don't have that aura and come in the room. They want you
That
to
man,
know that.
man would be like,
Yeah,
you
well,
can't,
the
you can't
US
gauge it.
Yeah, the US
over
kind of
there.
feel it. They got like gun laws and stuff in it, so it's like because of that.
No, but even not in NY, it's like the same as here. Like you get 5 years for a burner.
Okay.
You're
not even meant to have it.
You're not supposed to carry. So, but it's just that.
Can you have it in your house?
Nah, you can't have
Oh,
no. But
shit.
it's
Okay.
no at
No
all.
guns at
None
all.
at all.
No,
So,
obscene.
but the thing is, it's just the way man move that are certain crowd. They're just cool, calm. You might not be able to tell.
Yeah.
So. You know what I mean?
you
You might
be
make the
fucking with the-
mistake or
fucking
fuck
with
with
the
the
wrong
wrong
person.
one, get bun. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're fucking with the wrong person.
Yeah, I
and
said that to say this. I didn't, not that I judged him or anything like that, because me and him got along.
Yeah.
But I did not know he was on. You see what I'm saying?
Capable
And
of that
that's
guy,
what's
though.
dangerous about, I think, being over there is the guy that's dancing around and doing all the moves and stuff like that. He'll pull out.
Same one, yeah.
Yeah,
They
the
had,
new
they had
guys.
gay guys over there shooting and knocking men out and all that. So they're America's a different. I don't know.
Because even if you look at the scene now, like the videos now, they got like the New York drill scene, and the guys just look like they're all having fun and dancing.
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
the guys they see. Nah, he's a demon.
Yeah.
yeah,
Him,
exactly.
him, the guy that's doing all
Good analogy.
all the moves and
That's
shit.
a good analogy.
Yeah, that's what.
That's
That's
what it is.
that's what you
Because
can't
even
really.
the guy, that
Yeah.
T.Wu guy that got killed recently, he's the one that's dancing in all of them.
Yeah.
dancer. Like you're thinking,
The Phil-
you're
the
underestimating
Philios
him.
guy, yeah.
and
I feel like in London,
Pop Snorts guy, he was the one in
Yeah,
all
all
the
the
videos.
videos. Yeah.
I feel like London we're more stiff in that type of
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
not.
yeah.
We're
I
not-
think that's changing a
See
little
what I'm
bit though.
saying?
With
So
the younger generation,
we
I think
don't
with-
dance.
I think with the younger generation, it's changing
We're
though.
not. You see what I'm saying?
We don't
Yeah.
dance. What's that song?
Yeah, the younger generation is changing though. They're more themselves. They're not.
They'll dance.
It's like they're not on that
Yeah, yeah,
toxic
yeah.
masculinity. Oh, I'm not like. There's not that.
Our
They're just
era.
like-
Yeah, it was
We're not
stiff.
doing.
We're not doing
We're
that.
not-
It's two-step.
think
That's
the
the most you
South
can get out of
changed
us,
it.
fam.
South changed it. South changed it.
Yeah, all the dancers.
Yeah,
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 Who
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like the sneak bowls?
Yeah.
No, you mean the South is in South in America.
Oh,
So everything came with a
Because the
dancing
tunes is all
team.
check
Yeah,
out
okay, I get what
shit.
you're
Yeah,
saying.
that's right.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Alright, well listen to, cause I want to give the people at home, obviously the people that's watching, yeah, they've come here because they've seen the necessary shit up above. But for those that don't know, I want to give them some sort of like footage. You know, like one of your earliest pieces of work that's on YouTube now,
What
and
would
I'll
you
put the link in the
Say
description.
On Them Roads. That's the one people fuck with.
Yeah, on the roads.
Yeah.
What's it called?
On Them Roads.
Okay.
Is that the earliest? Whether people fuck with it or not?
No.
Don't go
To be honest,
far.
The earliest doing fine.
Oh, yeah, doing fine. But
The earliest doing fine, I would say.
Doing fine. Ah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the link to the in the description. You lot get clicking. You know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, innit?
yeah.
Alright, so like yeah, I still feel like we haven't like the music.
Yeah, when he got, because that's why.
Oh, you was asking. Sorry, I digress.
Yeah.
You was asking me about how when we moved back to London. So
Yeah.
now we're down with them. We're running around. Me and him were leaders. We're out there, so
Yeah.
we're just we're on everything. Everyone's on. I'll sum it up like this. Eli, the guy that squashed everything for me, that was like our elder over there. He basically said whatever them man did up to the age of where they was at, we caught up with in 2.5 years or whatever.
Yeah.
So we was just active, too hot.
Yeah.
Yard got ready 3 times in 1 year, like we was moving mad.
Yeah.
So that shit happening, internal beefs over peas and
Yeah,
things
yeah.
of that nature.
Names ringing.
Parents coming over there, man getting into stuff while they're over there,
Oh.
him getting cut and all that type of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Cases and that. Man's like, I'm like, yeah, it's time to go back to London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boss,
Did too
the
much,
boss
yeah.
spoke, you know?
Doing basketball and all that. What's all this?
Yeah, he came here for
We
basketball.
got nothing to show. We ain't got no rap shit to show for it. Well, we did. We got a situation with the guy that was fucking with Jojo Pellegrino,
Yeah.
His
And-
violator.
and he was violent. He was fucking with Violator and all
Yeah.
that. So he come to see us, and when he's come to see us, we were so brazen at this time. We really got ignorant. We kind of lost track of not who we were, but we just became evolved into something else.
Yeah.
So he's come over. Man's just got all the things on the table, all types of shit, artillery, all type. Like we don't even care. Like this is a record label
Meeting.
guy. You know what I mean? Man's not
Yeah.
looking back at it now. He's like, you're not moving mad.
Yeah.
So he was like, all right, just don't get into
Problems.
get into trouble in between this time and that. By the time he calls man back, he's already makes not about. You see what I'm saying? It's
So what, did you leave first?
Nah,
No, what is
not
it?
about as in not about. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. See what I'm saying?
Holiday.
Yeah, I had to sit down for a little minute. Yeah.
Not long though, like
Not
little
short,
couple
short
weeks,
little
yeah.
skid. Yeah.
What? Where though?
Brooklyn.
Like, in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Brooklyn house, yeah.
Like, how does the jails, like, how does it work? You know, like, is
what?
it jails
You mean
and
the
then
summer-
prisons?
summer
You know, like,
visit?
that's that.
You mean the holiday?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. They could have got a better review on TripAdvisor still.
yeah, cuz. Okay, so man, I could just have a little holiday. You know them ones.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, obviously, my man's telling you about the music. And
He's still going, so he came back.
So yeah, we had to come back to England at that point.
okay.
Like, parents- no, but not even that. I'm like, yeah, you come back and then we'll go back over. Then we fight the situation, and came back and passport's missing and all that. So.
Typical Niger ones.
yeah,
You know the ones?
why, it happens in reverse. What are you talking about? Man gets sent,
Sent
from
over,
there, back
yeah.
there.
Man get dipped by their parents.
Lucky he came back to England, you know?
No pun intended.
Dip. Passports. God, you know. God, like, yeah.
Oh, this ain't it.
But I don't know. But we weren't thinking straight because even back then, now we're thinking, oh no, we need to get back. Get back. What you
Yeah,
not talking?
yeah.
What
We
you
getting
talking?
back. What getting
Me
back to?
looking at my youngest
getting
son,
back
like,
to
what are you
being
talking
what?
about, bro? Sit your ass back down in London. Like, what's going on?
Man, that's how you know man was like, it was
Not
almost like
really.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, no. It's like we had the vision of, and it became to pass, bro. It didn't matter where we was, to be honest, because we pulled it to London.
Yeah.
They come-
Yeah.
But we have to go back. We
But
went
had
back
that
and
belief,
forth.
and we used that kind of like frustration of being stuck and not being able to do the thing to just put everything into music.
Yeah.
And because we already done certain things where it was like the roads thing, it weren't glamorized. It was like we went through shit that we had to almost as obstacles to get to where we needed to.
Yeah.
But it was never because we felt like, oh, we're hard. Like it was more like, oh, I've seen enough of that. People that we know is no longer here. Other man's doing football numbers. I'm like, I don't want that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to the bag.
The
I'm
sentences
trying to,
are
you know what I'm
mad in
saying? Like,
America
come
as well,
on. So
innit?
I was just
Football
like,
numbers.
so when we seen that, we was just like,
talking
yeah.
of American
Yeah.
We was like, yeah, we're just really just trying to kill it with the music thing and just use all our, you know what I mean, all our energy for that, and that's what we did, and that's why we kind of popped off.
Was it straight away EUROGANG?
No, not straight away, but quite recent, quite soon after, innit?
Quite soon after. They were the
time I
first.
saw Oli.
They was the
Yeah.
first. They Bonds and Black were the first to holler
To
at
reach
us,
out,
To reach out.
and then we clicked. We went to their video shoot.
And why was that? Why did they
Because
reach
we've come back. So now imagine we're mad, we're angry. We've come back to England.
Frustrated.
What year?
This is 2001. 2001. 2001 we've come back. So it's different.
Yeah.
From when we left in '98, completely different.
Completely
so that man
different.
have to acclimate back to England. You see what I'm saying? It felt different. I've gone to university. He's like, he's not that. He wasn't on it. So that's helped me more because I'm socialising with different people and whatnot. And anyone that folks got it in there, but I'd be like, why did some girls keep on saying the American one and all that? And I said, like, the man was saying, you do sound.
Yeah.
I didn't even, you know what I mean?
You're
So
not
it's
even
like that.
realising it, like.
So over years, like it come back and whatever and whatnot and everything like that. But in the meantime, we're pushing the music thing in the same way. Cypher Sounds has come to England and said he's looking for UK artists. These times we're getting played on Westwood and like, I've skipped over.
Yeah, man. You just said Westwood.
No, I've skipped
You
over.
just went straight to
All
Westwood,
right,
yeah?
I've skipped over.
Let's go to
We've gone to
yeah.
Brixton. Mega's done the battle. He's won the battle.
Where?
Brixton Rec, you know Brixton Recreational
Yeah.
Centre
Okay, yeah.
where they play ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's won the battle. McFarlow from Choice FM's there at the time. 279, some co-host. So we start building that relationship. Me and him come up with this idea of just dissing everyone. Because
we kind of stole the blueprint from 50.
50,
Yeah, and we met 50 when we was over there.
Yeah.
But so we
How
had
to
before.
rob in it, I think.
Yeah,
it was.
yeah. How to Rob, yeah.
And
So
it's
we
not
just
what
thought,
he's blown, innit? So when you met him, was
When we met him, it was when he blew on that tip, but no one knew his face.
See, you just
So
said.
no one knew his
mad
face.
rapper days.
Yeah,
You're
you
saying
man.
like how to rob.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DJ Angeletti.
He hadn't blown
Yeah.
how people know him.
No, man,
No.
just heard that.
They knew the song. They knew
Yeah.
him.
Yo,
50,
can I
but
just
not
say
his face.
something? Can I just say something, guys? Like, you lots told the story of you lots being in America, yeah?
Yeah,
And
but
you spoke
left out
about
50.
Boulder Head. You spoke about, you know, like the highest person you've said in the story so far is Joe. What's his name?
Joe what?
No.
Who?
Joe, the rapper.
Joe Pellick.
Okay,
Yeah.
but now when we've come back to England, you've now mentioned, oh yeah, and I met 50 Cent, but you never said
No,
about.
but bro, you know why we can't go through it, yeah?
Because we met so many people.
So
That's
many,
what I'm
bro.
saying.
So many
though,
big
but
artists, like
If we do that, we're still going to be back in America.
Yeah, we're going to be stuck name dropping.
We'll run
it's going to sound like
Okay.
it's going to sound like a game album.
All right, so we're in school. The first interactions we have is, all right, we come to Staten Island. First day we meet Ghostface Killer.
there you go.
So we rap for him. He thinks we're nice. He said, yeah, put some stuff together.
We
whatever,
put him onto
whatever.
Iceberg as well.
Yeah, so he's like, what's this shit you're wearing? He's like, Iceberg, whatever. Like, so we never saw him again anyway. We just bumped into him because we were staying in the hotel before we got to the school and whatnot. After him, I think we met Ray in the shop. I said, yeah, we know your brother, whatever, maybe.
Yeah.
Mega bumped into Red Man in the
shopping,
supermarket.
because it's like literally like, say you're living next to like a big Tesco's or whatever that's next to where you're living. You go there and then you just see
man
in a
them.
cart putting cereal in it, high as hell, just rolling it out, and it's just your local. So you live literally 5 minutes away. That's how mad it was.
Yeah.
They'll be outside like certain schools, outside my ex-girlfriend's school, rolling dice.
Okay.
Mess of bread, just rolling
and
dice.
you're from the high school and you're just coming out, you've seen them in the front.
Like that's how local man was.
Okay.
That's how they're moving. So then Hassan Johnson Weebay from The Wire,
Okay.
that's like
And
one
he was
of our
a
big
belly.
homies.
Remember
He used to be
he
in
was
our
a
yard.
belly?
Yeah.
So the third guy, the Clock, his name's Clock in
Clock,
Belly.
yeah.
Nas, DMX, and then him, he's the main guy. So he was managing us at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, his brethren was managing us at the
both
time.
work out,
So
yeah.
like we're meeting people like this and that and running around. You see what I'm saying? I met Jawad in front of his building like 99. I'm with my brethren from Harlem, who's doing a race at the time, but wants to go back to home to get some smoke and whatever. So we.
So you
bumped
just
into Jawad in
like
front
rubbing
of his
shoulders.
building. So we're moving
You know what I'm
around.
saying?
You see what I'm
You're
saying?
rubbing shoulders with all of these people.
Yeah.
That's what made this believable.
This is what made us believe that we could get into those circles and get into those. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're just seeing these people.
We're seeing them, and it's inspiring as well.
See
So
us,
you're just like,
You're affirming it.
bro. Us back in the UK are just listening to these people and just like getting little glimpses of them.
Yeah.
So we put them so high.
Yeah, of course.
That it's almost impossible to
Yeah.
ever be in
It's
these
surreal.
guys like presence, to be honest with you, or spit with them. We're like real fans.
Yeah, of
but
course.
if you lots are just like, but he's actually a normal. You see him, the guy
you
at
see
the
him
shop.
when you see him.
I
Out
always
there.
say this, like, see me, like, see people that don't know me, superpowers. Hunt. But you see, when you know me, you find that I'm actually kind of like a normal person.
regular.
So them people that do know me, it's like I lose my powers. But they always see when other people that don't get to access me,
thing.
they see how they
react.
They see how they treat me. So it's like
the perception.
it still gives them the you are still something. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's what it is. Like if you're seeing these guys in America, obviously I'll just holler at them. You know what I'm saying? I'll holler at Joel's in
and it just makes it when you do
No,
see
but he
them,
was just. I just heard him on radio once. So
Okay, so he
Kaz
wasn't
brought him on
even-
the radio for the first time ever. So I've only heard one verse from him on radio.
Okay, so he's still he's just stepping
My
in
brother's
there.
asking, what's he doing? You hustling? You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That type of
yeah,
level.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we was. I don't know. It's weird, bro. See, when we come back to England and look at it from here, it's surreal. It's a bit
it's
weird
still surreal.
sometimes.
Now it's a bit weird. Like when you say certain, like even the other day we was recording, and he was saying certain shit that went down, and I was like, this shit sounds kind of far fetched. Like, but I'm like, it's all facts.
Yeah.
But it just sounds
It's
like,
the truth.
oh shit, like we was moving mad.
No, it's definitely
like
the
because
truth.
you're removed from it.
Run down the list as well. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah.
Run down
No.
the list.
All right. So after Hassan and them lot, we was around. I would say, all right. So we had a brethren who was in Rikers Island. LL Cool J and Bimmy from Supreme's team have gone to Rikers Island to find out who the best rapper is. He's done a freestyle, blown their heads off. They bailed him out. He's got shipped from Brooklyn to our school. They've come to find us because we're the nicest in the school. We become friends with him. So when he's going to go link Bimmy, we're going with him. Where we connected with Bimmy is where he's not managing, he's the A&R for LL and Slick Rick. So Slick Rick to us is like,
Yeah.
he's
We
pulling
know.
up in the red Benz, red Minx, like Bimmy's moving nuts. Yeah, but we're not. At this time, we don't really know who Supreme's team is like that. We just know Bimmy's an ill nigga.
I'm glad
You
we're
see what I'm
having
saying?
this conversation now because I've only within the last year or something known who Jimmy is.
You see what I'm
That's it.
saying? Yeah,
That's mad. Yeah, that's our guy.
Yeah. You know that
Yeah,
shit that came on.
Yeah.
With him and Haitian Jack. And
yeah, I heard
Big
about
U and all of
it.
that.
Yeah, Big
But
U and them.
they
Yeah,
see all the interviews around
yeah,
it and
yeah.
that rap.
And his sister as
With
well.
Debbie.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I haven't seen
I've
that.
known Debbie for longer.
Yeah, because Waka
Because
Flocka.
mum,
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah,
didn't
that's
even know
his
she was
mum,
a
innit?
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole was it
Because she-
New
because she-
Jack City.
She's bust bare people with that.
Yeah,
woman,
basically,
hasn't it?
yeah. Supreme team's queen.
Because she used to manage Nikki as well.
Yeah, Nikki and French.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're around Bimmy might invite us to some shit he's doing. He had a company called Free to Life where mad people come there and battle and all that. We go there. So we're around like little bits and all that. We're just still little niggas in high school. After that, I think we take it to big homie Eli. We're on the block one day. I think we come to England, we come back from some holidays. We go back over there. He's like jumping a whip. He had a Maximart TVs in it, whatever. So he's driving. We cross the bridge. We're like, where are we going? He's like, I'm just taking you over to Brooklyn. He takes us to MARCY. His brother used to live over there.
Yeah,
so in MARCY projects.
Jay-Z and that, innit?
He leaves us there and goes upstairs to go check his brother. They ask us, where you lot from and that. We're like, London. Like, what are you doing over here? It's like, we rap and whatnot, whatever. And then they start laughing. Because that's you see what I'm saying? It's like London. You know, what
are you talking about?
Got accents different and all that. You see what I'm saying? Say, let me hear something. We start going off. It turns into a cipher now. Bleak's over there, and then whatever. It gets crazy. You see what I'm saying? He gives us the respect and all that. So after that day, I think that's the day when me and him realised we're good to go. But by this time, we've already been in Harlem. Absorbed some of the way they rap and all that.
When Smack and them man, they was doing that.
No, this
way
is way before.
So when Smack's not even like, he ain't even got a camera these times.
Smack was like 2000 and what?
No J Mills, no nothing.
2000, yeah, let me be there.
No J Mills.
No. J Mills and them doing their thing, Mook and them, but we haven't heard about them because we're on Sugar Hill. We're like, we see AZ all the time.
Okay, yeah.
So we're on Sugar Hill, like 149th. There was a crew over there called the Teamsters, and they're serious rappers, and they used to run around with Mace and whatever back in the day and whatever. So they had a whole different style. So we're up there with them more time when we're not in Staten Island. So our style was just different. Man's taking it uptown,
Philly.
Got the London accent, man into Philly rappers. That's what our flow's like that. You see what I'm saying? So anything that was reminiscent to London, like the major figures, we gravitate to them because they was wearing designer clothes. Franco Fair, wearing Iceberg and that. So man gravitated to that. Harlem, because man were getting fly. You see what I'm saying? Wearing designer shit and all that. So man was gravitated anywhere that was similar to London in that sense and absorbed it, bro, and then made us different. So when man come back here, man just felt like, bro,
like let me at him.
You must say you met Fifth.
Yeah, we met Fett. Well, so when we was on the strip, like there's some chick called China that was she was living in a group home and all that, and we kind of like ended up just getting cool with her, and we thought, oh, you know what, come crash at ours, you can stay at ours, you know what I mean? Sometimes just super platonic, but she could rap, like she she was spuff, like for a young, she's young, but she had a mad back off in it. So so when she's walking down the strip now, when she's with us in Manhattan,
Coogee spatting dick,
they're like, you know what I mean? Like man's looking like, oh, so Fifth must have pulled her over, and then when he pulled her over, like she's like, oh. She's talking to him. She's like, oh, meet my brothers. And then we came over, and then he started talking. But
we didn't know it was him at the time.
We didn't know it was him. So
what's he got out these times?
He's got How to Rob. He just went to Summer Jam.
Yeah.
He went to Summer Jam, and Jay-Z was dissing him. Like, I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent? So he's in the crowd, and he's like, yo, like he doesn't even know it's me in the crowd. But prior to that, he plays the tune, and he's like, and I'm like, yeah, this track's sick. Oh, so I want to know, I want to see like what he looks like. Oh, no, and I don't know who he is. He's like, that's me. I'm like, no way. He's like, yeah, that's me. And then he starts chatting, talking to us. He's like, then he starts doing my fucking got the Mars, my finger got the love, like doing the down south accent. He's like, you should flip the English accent, like the way I'm flipping that. And
he's dropping gems. Like,
so then he's like, and then he starts going.
Yeah, because he did the down south kind of flow as well, fam.
Yeah.
And the West Coast.
So he flips it, so he starts going, he starts coming at Ja, talking about getting raw for your chain, that's not gangster. Ja Rule did that, it's not gangster. Like, so he's like, we're just chopping it up. Then he buys some Chinese food, like some man's eating in the back of the whip, watching Streets is watching in the back of his Benz, the white Benz that you see in that movie. You know what I mean? That he's pushing at the time. So like, then he's like, oh, you lot, you got something, man, keep it up, blah, blah, and he just rolls off and he leaves, and then that's it, and then that's how we met Fifth.
That's cold.
On a quick one.
Bare stories, fam.
Crazy. And then we end up fucking with MARCY like down the line way after, and then MARCY goes back, Maserati Fox, he goes back and then tells Fifth like, I'm in Queens with them London boys, and then so Fifth, I think Fifth kind of remembered from back then or whatever.
Meet that many London
we
niggas.
met Tony
them
Ayo
times.
as well. Tony Ayo come through to the studio when we was there, and that's around the time we did the track with Nicky, and he wanted to do a tune with man. We got a tune with Nicky, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the questions
That's what
we're
I'm
gonna
saying.
run
Yeah,
down.
man's got a
because
tune with Nicky.
That's one of
Yeah.
the things that I kind of like noticed when I was looking back over the old stuff.
And this is the first time before you've done the Eurogang thing.
This is what he skipped into the forward a little bit.
Way
but
forward,
before
yeah.
that,
Yeah,
this is all before we.
Trying to
This is
keep
before we
it down.
moved back to London. This is before Wave 21.
Yeah, when you're meeting duos and that.
So you
Yeah,
were
this is working with
they're
teenagers
just-
and that. Like, it's
But
not
teens,
that
this
age.
is way
Just
after.
get
This
money
is
at that
after
time,
when
yeah.
we kind of got low and then went back into America after.
Okay.
Then we linked
Yeah,
up
but
with
once
them.
we're back in England, we decided.
You said bronze. In it. Bronze and black.
Yeah, so we dissed all the rappers
Yeah,
at
this
the
was
time.
rappers.
Yeah, not impersonal.
Yeah, come
just
on.
we're
Yeah, it's just a how to
we're
rob track,
hungry.
innit? That's
Yeah,
how.
We're
it's
hungry.
fun.
See what I'm saying?
Tell them why you
Who
met.
were
You know, like
the
that was the
rappers
kind
Yeah,
of.
it's just
Who were the rappers at the time? I think it was Out the Ville, Iceberg Slim.
Oh, you did UK.
Rodney
Yeah,
P.
UK. Yeah.
Hey, Iceberg Slim used to
Rodney
go
P,
Highbury
I think
Grove,
Rodney-
man.
Rodney
Yes.
P
Yeah,
is
my
big.
friend.
Yeah.
Few other, what?
Yeah, we
Few
did it.
other
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
Ronnie P weren't happy though, but he said if he said if we were over 23 or something like that, we need to hold a slap or something. We was kids though at the time.
Yeah.
But at the time, we just came back from America, bro. We didn't care. About
Yeah,
nothing.
that's the ethos.
So excited though
We
anyway.
did it, and then we went to the
thing.
hip hop awards. Remember? So yeah.
For real, we didn't care about nothing back then, bro.
Did you do your research when you came back? Cause did you actually
We didn't
know-
care, bro.
You just said any
We didn't
names,
know
innit?
about
Like,
that.
We just like we knew whose names were ringing.
No, we know who was who, and to be honest, yeah,
Give us some more
it
names,
was a
cuz,
slight hating thing still because we was frustrated. We come back, we was like, why is everyone?
That's the people
we should
that's
be
on,
known.
innit?
Fuck this.
yeah.
Like, everyone's getting it, but it wasn't at the same time. It was like Out the Ville. They took the sportsmanship in it, come down,
Battle
and we
band.
did the they went back and forth with us,
Yeah.
and then we ended up doing a cipher together. So we
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
take
yeah.
it.
Some people will
It's
understand.
rap, but
Yeah.
at the same
know what I'm
time, some man they're not playing all that because later on, certain men have dissed us, and it's like, all right, cool, we'll just leave that on wax and then save it for when
See
we're
when you see you.
yeah. See what I'm saying?
It
So
depends what's said in it.
you can't tell someone how to react to
Disrespect.
what they feel disrespect is.
Yeah.
innit?
So I hear that.
And then later on, man said to Ronnie P, "No, we should have done that. We should have left you out. You're different. You're different still."
Because we saw him on Yo TV Raps, bruv, on the bridge.
true.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah.
But at the time, we was just like, oh man, anyone.
That's how it is. That's why it probably. Man's coming from battle rap.
Collateral damage, you know.
Man come from on the corner like
and
battling each other.
and man
fam.
felt like man was over there like you see what I'm saying. Man
Yeah,
was
it's like whatever.
Do you know how much
went
of
through the
50
real,
Cent's
real shit over there? So
influence?
like, come over here. It's like, come on,
Bro, do you know how much of 50 Cent's influence I can say myself, like we kind of took in terms of like his run for me was when he did all of them songs that were someone else's hits.
Yeah,
and did it better.
He kind of the mixtape. Yeah, he's revolution. Do you know why I say he revolutionized the mixtape game in a sense? Because
who's
the
back
way
and
he
all
done
them.
it is he made new songs out of songs you knew.
Yeah.
So he did choruses.
and
he
he
didn't
made
make
it
them
better.
freestyles. He made them songs.
Yeah.
He made it.
He made songs and he made them better as well. And he made whole new melodies, whole new songs. It's like no one's done that format.
And they stopped taking.
No one's done that
they stopped
format.
putting instrumentals on people's singles now because of that shit.
Yeah, you can't.
When you
Yeah.
think about it, remember
Yeah.
like, it was easy to get instrumentals.
Yeah. Now it's like, damn, you're gonna fuck up my whole marketing strategy.
You can't even find the
You're
instrumental.
gonna be like, yo, he
So-
ain't that guy no more.
and I remember seeing him do that How to Rob tune.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, that's a sick idea. But I know there was someone else that probably, like,
But even him,
Yeah.
he got to Ghost and Rain and weren't happy at the time.
people stuck it on him.
Nah, they was like he was supposed to show in Staten Island. They was Ghost was waiting.
They're probably not understanding it. Like, that is.
Yeah, but they're not. I think them two.
They don't play that
They
shit,
don't
innit?
play that.
They don't play that shit, innit? I know they was upset with Nori the other day. Not the other day, but they was upset with Nori because I think he said something about the
Are you
Wu.
talking about Shaheem?
Yeah,
the thing with
yeah,
Shaheem
he
and
said
that?
something about them, and
Yeah.
they. But all of the man them there just looked like all of the man them in the background looked like they didn't get that shit. Like, why are you saying that? You know what I mean? So you can see that they're that type of.
Yeah.
No, they
don't play that shit.
Wu-Tang
What's
Clan,
the band
especially
now?
Rain Ghost. They don't play.
So the Eurogang.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about?
So look, we dropped that. We've taken it to 279. He's ringing it off. Of course, we're getting a lot of attention because we're dissing everyone and all that. And then Bronze and Black were the first people to holler at, man. I think at the time Bronze was running trips to America, copying mad clothes over there, coming back, shotting them. You know what I mean? Making profs and whatever.
So
Had a shop, I think, in Hackney somewhere.
Did you
That
ever
was
link
shutting
up
the
with
shop.
him when he came up?
So when we come back, they followed us. Bronze come to link us. pulled up in the Z3 and all that, dropped
Yeah,
off, see what I'm saying? So
I remember that car.
taking us to JMC studio and all that, and then
JMC, he's a Knicks person. That
yeah,
used to
we
do
linked that. We linked him. I think we did a little freestyle that day together and all that, and then we just stayed close with Bronze and Black from then on, and then we formed EUROGANG like after about a year or two after that. I think
probably a year after.
Probably
Is
a
that
year
when you
after.
did that song? Obviously it was called EUROGANG.
What it was is Bronze had to connect to some studios in Whitechapel. So man's over in Whitechapel recording, and then we seen a bunch of little Asian youths, and they're all gassed, and we're looking at them like, yeah, what's going on? And they're like, yeah, Channel U, running down the street. So we're like, what are they talking about? So that's the first time we heard about it. So then later on we found out about Channel U. It was like, all right, these tunes we're making now, and instead of doing mixtapes and whatnot, distribute them in the streets, you can have visuals for them and all that.
Yeah, you can get them.
Like,
yeah.
we should just do that. So man just come up with a tune one day. We literally come up with that tune in half an hour. Ray Fan made it. As he was making it, I had the hook
that
done.
That was a banger back in the days.
That was literally one of them tracks where man just anything just comes out.
Who was in EUROGANG, fam?
It was me, Mega, Bronze Black, Tots, Hayes, Nashon.
So who Tots is?
Tots is Biggs.
Yeah.
No. That's Tox.
Oh.
Tots is someone else.
I thought you were saying.
So we didn't link up with Biggs until after 2005.
But he's in EUROGANG as well.
Yeah.
We
Right,
was
so
later. Okay.
That's mad because
We did a
I always thought that was before he was
like
Biggs or something.
it was a rebrand. So like after EUROGANG, Bronze Black started doing their own thing. After around the time they did the Suffer Stars.
Yeah,
and
okay,
then
yeah,
went
Safe
separate
House
ways.
thing.
Yeah,
They
Safe
started
House.
thing
Yeah.
with Smitty.
Yeah.
So he did Chances.
Chances, okay,
So
yeah, I remember
so they
that
started
as well.
doing their, so they started doing their thing, and then we kind of added Villain and Biggs.
Okay,
to the
VI,
fold.
yeah, okay, I remember, yeah, he's hard.
So you lot put Villain and Biggs.
Yeah. I met Villain through my boy Kias, like that I used to go to school with, Portuguese brother.
Okay.
And he brought me through to Bridge, and then I linked him, and then we just clicked, and then from there it was on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we met Biggs through Sincere brought him to our ends.
Okay, Sincere done what's called That's Not Gangster.
Yeah, that's a Channel U classic.
Sincere was in he was in Mud Fam or something, you know.
He was cool with Skinny, yeah. I remember
his name was something else though. It might have
Lil
been Little D or something.
Yeah,
That's why a lot of
yeah,
people don't know that. But
yeah.
I've been doing my research.
Old school.
So I had to.
Research, yeah.
What?
He was cool, Skinny, definitely, yeah.
So now you're back here. You've done the EUROGANG thing, Channel U, boom.
So now it's popping off for us, the EUROGANG thing. But at the same time, I keep skipping. Like 6 months before the EUROGANG thing, maybe 6 months? About 6 months. The Dips have come over here.
So that's happened before.
No, bro, listen, alright. We fucked up. So we've come back. We've done the thing. We linked up with Bronze and Black. We're just doing tracks and whatnot. Cypher Sounds has come over here. He's looking for artists.
Yeah.
Man's linked Cypher. No, Mega's left 16 bars and Cypher's answer machine.
Yeah.
He's called back like who was that?
Who's that? Yeah, old school.
Yeah,
old school.
who's that? Yeah, when I come to England, whatever. By this time, Westwood's playing us, 279's playing us. I think Shorty Blitz and Big Ted are playing us. We're playing like freestyles and mostly freestyles and things of that nature. We had like a little in-house studio set up, not like a real studio.
Yeah.
Any of that stuff out on? Did you do any visuals to any of that stuff?
Which one? No, we didn't. That was early. That was too early. Yeah, that was too early.
Cool.
I think maybe on the Westwood compilation or something.
Okay.
Yeah, he helped us get a bit of money as well. He was putting us on compilations and whatnot. So Cypher's come over here, linked us, taken us into Westwood, and made us do the impromptu like freestyle on the spot. Then he's taken the freestyle back to America, which is on the special delivery thing, and made it seem like we're in America doing it live. Oh, bro, the thing's gone. It's gone mad.
Okay.
Then Flex has gone on holiday,
version
and
of
then he's
viral,
taken
bro.
over Flex's spot, and he's ringing it off in the beginning, the middle, and the end of the interview. So it's going mad. He's getting phone calls from Buster, the Lox's manager, Russell Simmons, like things like that. It's like starting to move like that. Yeah. So for us, we got the feedback from Staten Island. Man's calling our phone. His girlfriend's calling our phones. Like
sounding frantic.
Frantic.
He's gonna get out there.
Yeah.
My little Puerto Rican thing. That's how I got Mega Cito.
Yeah, so she's calling frantic, and the way she's calling, I don't know, radio's powerful over that. Like, at the time, it was the most powerful thing. So we've gone back over there, and I've gone to Miami. We linked up with some Queens guys, come back. Then we've linked them in New York and whatever. So they've got a yard in Brooklyn for us. We've come over there for the whole summer, but we're in Brownsville, in the middle, in the middle of the hood, yeah, and just they've got a man there with us and all that. Trust me, no one's coming in there, bro. The what we had in there. So from there, we're going to the city, trying to do stuff. We've got brethren like Shells that we met in New York, battling in 42nd Street. So while I was in New York,
like K-Slay tapes and DJ
Shells,
we met him while we was living in America.
Around J Mills times.
We met him on 42nd Street. That's when we used to battle. Him and Danny Myers as well. So
Danny Myers has been battling that long.
Yeah,
I know he's older. I know he's 42 or something.
Yeah. He was there. He moved to New York at the time. We all linked up together.
He's from Boston, right? Boston.
No, he's from West Coast.
West Coast.
Yeah, he's from LA, I think.
Yeah, he's from LA.
Yeah,
I know because I watched Bear Battle Rap.
So the four of us was cool. We used to chat to each other and everything. So now when we come back to America, Shells is signed to J Records. We'd like come to my studio session. I'm doing a session with Kanye. You can come link niggas and whatever like that. So we've gone over there and we link Kanye. And then Kanye's talking about, you can see it from his documentary. That's the point. He's talking about, Dame's gonna sign me and I'm gonna. He's got the same scooter and all that, riding around. Then someone says in the room, "What? You ain't heard the London Boys rap?" It's like, what? The ones from Hot 97? Yeah, let me hear something. So it's like that. Man start rapping and like, it's like, I want to sign you guys. We start laughing at him.
Like,
No, I'm serious. Called G Robinson over. Chi comes over. We do it again. They start taking us from session to session. Fab session, this session. Now we're in baseline. Jay-Z's about.
It's so mad the way paths cross, because when you took us to the Fab session, Fab had already met us because we met one of our pals now, like her name's Mamita, Naomi, whatever. So we've known her for time. So she used to work in S&D's in Brooklyn.
Designer shop.
She was super cool with. She's still cool with Paul KAYNE, which is Fab's brother. They're like super tight, whatever. And then she's like, "Oh yeah, if you need me to get your demo to Clue, then just go and link Fab outside Brevoy Project." So we went to Brevoy, where Fab lives, to give him the CD. So it's like that. Few years down the line, when
he's seeing you again, it's like, whoa, shit, you're still
like
on this thing.
Things like connect. The thing I said with MARCY at 50, it's like the way things align. Even with the rock thing, Bleak, bam, he co-signed it. Bang, he co-signed it. Cam, bang, he co-signed it. So Dame checks it. All three checklists. That's mad. That's when you put in work. That's when you done the rounds. So it's not just. It's not just being good. It's not just being
Where was I again?
So Kanye wanted to sign you.
Yeah, so Kanye's taking us from session to session. So on his documentary, you see where he's doing these verse for the bounce. Yeah. And Jay says, "Nah, say it like this," and then Jay walks out the room. Yeah. As Jay's walking out the room, he looks at me and him and says, "Well, what's Tone Hooker talking to you niggas about? You borrowing you niggas?" And walks out. And you know it's that point because he's wearing the same thing. It's Matrixy. You see what I'm saying? But no one knows we're in the room at that point. Like even when Jay's doing his verse on the bounce, I'm like a bloke from London, England. Like usually I'm much more distinguished. I'm like a bloke from London, England. Everyone's looking at me like there's no you're in the room type thing. You see what I'm saying?
It's just coincidental. It's like synchronicities.
But just watching, just being there and watching that process, it's like I'm getting closer.
Yeah.
Huh?
He came out to record for Priority when he had the album Priority. Yeah.
He lived there for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tottenham, Brixton, all that.
Well, I remember I don't know what year it was, but I remember going to like him at, I think it was the Forum. I remember him being, and he had his hat real low.
I was at the Forum.
Real low like this, and he went.
The Forum. You talking about the Forum in Kentish Town?
I
was there at that show. But this is way before. He was out here before we.
And I ain't talking about the booth, I mean the brown package. Cause you're fucking with the man that's full of burning rage. I'll make the younger be the star, no burning cake. You get rolled on, and they ain't spraying links. I'm trying to make a drink, and I don't mean lemonade. I'm talking about the payment for the phone call that I just made for the bit of slate movement. You know everyone's got a motive, fam. All after the prize. Reality check, one thing to remember. Actually, everybody's got an agenda. Some won't believe in your passion, some want you to pattern. Some won't be happy if it happens. Reality check, one thing to remember. Actually, everybody's got an agenda. Some won't believe in your passion, some want you to pattern. Some won't be happy if it happens.